So shall I start with the check-in?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I've been immediately busy with the ecosystem restoration camp yesterday all day. Today I started my new team. I just did it. So Corey is now immediately busy too, and Inti also. But the car is clear now. The VAT will be clear next week. Okay. PayPal will be on next week for subscriptions. Today I will send out a mail to all 800 members that have pledged and have not become a member yet. And the funny thing is, from the 200 members we have, half of them was not on the pledge list. So, yeah, well, that's a good sign, actually. They come from Facebook. They come fresh from Facebook. So we have a lot of new members to come when this mail is finally through the editing. And then I've done a lot this week to bring it all forward. And, well, that's where I am. I'm the board of directors somehow, some way, to tell to Sarah. That's my check-in, being busy.
Okay.
Great.
Sarah. What? Sara, que hagas una pequeña presentación.
How are you? What's on your mind?
Okay. I've been through this week. I've been thinking and working on the pre-camp needs to see what was missing in the budget, and I realized that if we want to feed people when the camp is going to be made, we have to make the plantations of the vegetable gardens and put the hens and the chickens right now in order for them to be producing in 2 to 3 months. So I have added to the budget the animal budget, which are mainly hens and the feeder and the food for the hens, because Alfonso told us that he has already a chicken coop we can use, so we don't have to build anything. And that's mainly what I have been doing this week, and looking for power tools to see if we can find them cheaper. But I think Adam found a better deal, and that's mainly it.
Okay, great.
Okay, Adam.
Hi. I just wanted to add to Marique's thing there that we actually got a couple, I think we got a couple people from the Instagram account to sign up as well. So that's already helped us, and we only have 23 followers, so we should promote that widely as much as possible. I've just been taking pictures, and Alfonso's taken me around to introduce me to a few people. So I have a few carpenter connections. There is one older guy that is retired that in the conversations he said that he would be interested in maybe just donating some of the machinery we need or lending it to us if we need it. So that's a lead we're going to follow. But Alfonso also said, people say a lot of stuff. So, it might change from free to some money or something. So we're going to follow that, I think, either tomorrow or on the weekend and talk to that gentleman. He has a shop in Rubio. What else? Just been working on my design for the shop, and then thinking about making a chicken tractor. One of the first things that we build. So we have a chicken tractor to use. There's also an issue with, we have a predator that's eating chickens somehow. So I don't know how that exactly is happening, but it's
is it from above or is it from the earth?
Well, I think it's a chain link fence around, but there's nothing covering it. So he said that it could be, an eagle or something like that. So
you need cover. You need some kind of, as you now know.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know how chickens are. They're probably. I know with ducks, sometimes they'll sleep next to a chain link fence. And I also don't know what kinds of predators you have there, but a raccoon here will reach through the chain link fence and pull a bird out piece by piece.
Right.
Even if it can't get the whole bird, it'll grab something and just.
There's no raccoons here.
Yeah, you're saying there's like some type of weasel or something that lives around here.
Yes.
You might Okay, yeah. Maybe we can have a conversation later about this, but this is something I'm experienced with.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been trying to think about that. I'd like to, I've obviously been doing some work about trying to figure out a visa for myself because I have to go home, I think, on July, at the beginning of July, I think around the 10th or something is when my visa expires. So thinking about that, looking at my different angles of being able to do that from home. And just anxious and looking for a car. Been looking for a car. The one that we kind of chose, Toyota Hilux, the pros are that their parts are cheap, they're easy to work on, and they go forever. Cons are that their resale value is still pretty high. So we've been looking at that as well.
This Alfonso goes along with the proposal because I haven't heard anything.
No, that's the thing is we kind of had there was a holiday in Spain there was a big fiesta in Caravaca de la Cruz. So Tuesday there was a huge horse race and nobody was really working that day. So I guess I just sort of followed suit and went to those races. And
it was the same. Everybody's on holiday.
Yeah.
That's why I could do so much.
Yeah. So I asked him, and his questions were tax implications because it's having money transferred to him or like through his business. If it's through his business, then then the person driving the vehicle has to work for the company. So that might be an issue that we have with that. And it's
just mail the issues, and then I can compose an answer to it. It's not necessary. It was just a short question. But if he has issues, just mail them to me, and then I can. Tuesday, I meet my new accountant, and she can help with all, and also with your visa. And we will dive into your visa and work permit stuff too.
Okay, yeah. It's the only thing is I'm sort of without a vehicle or without. I'm relying a lot on Alfonso right now, and he's quite busy. We spent pretty much the whole day yesterday with some soil scientists that are doing some research and testing soils on one of his plantations, and so he's just got he's up to his neck in stuff, and it's hard to get a straight answer out of him or get him to I need to email you about this stuff, but
I cannot do anything more too because we will discuss this later. It's not for this group.
Okay. Yeah,
it's a part of the budget. It's a real must-have. I work on it as hard as I can to make it possible for you. And is there some link to the actual budget you are wanting to present to the GA next week? For me to look at? Because the GA is on Tuesday. We have to send out anything they really need to read somewhere in the weekend. Otherwise, you cannot present it to them.
Regina priced out my tool budget for new tools. So I think the best idea for that is to go with new tools and anything that we get at a lesser price. Then we're laughing. But at this point, I think we should just price for what it would cost to buy everything brand new from the store until I have a firm lead on those machines, those cheaper machines and cheaper tools. But we can find secondhand tools for reduced cost. It's just until I have money in my hand, until I'm at buying.
That's €2,000 in your hand.
Yeah, I know, but getting there is the hard part, right? Like I have to be able to go and like set up appointments and run around and go to each person and then get them to write me a receipt so that I can hand it into you, right?
Let me say, this ERC Spain Phase 1 budget is a combination of the ecosystem design and the
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not quite yet. Yeah.
This is just ecosystem design.
Okay. Yeah.
So what we need to do over the next day or two is to pull that into one document.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and for me, for example, and for board members as well, they would look like the bulldozer. You're not going to buy a bulldozer, I think.
No, I would love to, but I don't.
That's
It's
rental.
a rent. It's a rent.
rental.
Yeah,
rental.
that kind of specifications, that would be great.
Yeah.
Especially for everything over 200 euros.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Yeah. Because the wood beams, wood sticks, you could make colors or whatever, or columns where you say this must be done first and then that.
No, this is, Marike, sorry, this is a budget for the mast only.
Okay, then it's good. Then that's a clarification.
Yes, we have removed everything else.
Yes, okay, great. Yeah.
Oh, the other thing, Marike, with transferring money to PayPal, they took a bunch of money, like $111. Well, it said $111. Plus, they took money for exchanging it into Canadian because my PayPal's Canadian, and now when I change it back to euros, it's going to take more money. So we need to figure out a better way to do that.
Yes, Regina, she is Spanish, and also euro. That's just the cheaper way. Yeah. But you are there, and she isn't. So we had to do it like that. For sure. And then also, Ashley, I know international transfer is always very expensive. Ashley found TransferWise. We could try that for next time. That is a new way. So I didn't know that it took so much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but now we know.
No, it was about 160 euros, I think. Or
wow.
Day.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
that's
Adam,
a lot.
I think with PayPal, is it like they put a hold on a certain amount of money? Is that what they've done with that 100 and something?
No, that was their fee.
Okay.
For doing the transfer, 2,000 euros. Plus, they have their own exchange rate, which is a couple points higher than the bank, which is already a couple points higher than actual exchange rate.
Yeah, that's where TransferWise does a good job.
Okay.
And but I didn't think about that the day before leaving for a holiday.
No, for sure. I just wanted to, bring it up for next time. And as soon as I have all my visa stuff and all that, I can apply for a bank account. So
I know.
Here.
You don't only have a visa, you have to have a work permit, probably. Yeah.
There's two options I sent you. There's the non-lucrative visa, which is not a non-work permit, and then there's a work permit if they offer if they offer.
Well, this is one budget, and then you have this budget with all the machinery you need.
Yeah, that was sort of my area of, I that's where my expertise is. I don't know anything about the operations. Like Kevin and Ashley know a bit more about that area than I do. I'm more.
What is Kevin's role exactly now? Is he leader of the budget, or what is he doing?
Yeah, he was coordinator of our camp organization, and then he was working with the budget on the operations side, as far as I knew. Yes,
but he has a little bit of time now. Let's not discuss anything else. So we must not make him do something which is very important to make. We want to have a decision on this budget, I think, next Tuesday. That's the goal why I am here now too. I want the GA and the board to decide on this.
Yeah.
And therefore, we must present something which is elegant, not where the details are there, but where before you dive into the details, give a bigger picture.
Right.
I think you have to make explicit why you, Adam, don't want any payment and the 3 designers do want any payment. I think you have to make that clear. Because if they find it, if they find it somewhere and you haven't told them about it, then you have some friction. And with the large group next Tuesday, I think everybody will be there. So you cannot have that. You have to make, I would say, you have now a separate tab for PVC material, and one for leaching chambers.
Yes, these leaching chambers, we decided not to include them now. So we are going to use wood chips instead.
But that's for the greywater system.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Do you still want me, because I've forgot that, to look at those
prices?
Quotes? Yeah.
Yes, maybe for the future. But now we are not going to use it. We decided to start small.
To forget about the greywater system a bit.
No, forget about the industrial system.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, we are going to make a biofilter.
So then I would make a tab for machinery, which is the Adam budget, a tab for land stuff, and a tab for organization. And in the organization, you put all the fees for the people and the travel costs and the printer for the bills, etc. Because
sorry.
Yeah, nobody wants a badly organized camp. You can make it logical that it costs money. And actually, I would think it much more fair if there was also 1,000 for Adam. Then you have solved the problem, I think, better than by not paying Adam and do so. Give 1,000 to Adam too, then everybody is happy. This month, until the end of the summer, I get only 800 too. Everybody gets a little bit. And together we hope to pull this through, because we're almost there. Yes. We're almost into something which is bigger and which will run. But now we have to pull through and be square about it. And is there a good solution? That's why I wanted to be here, to just actually tell this.
Yes, for me it's okay. For me it's, okay. It's nice.
Yeah.
I won't complain.
Huh?
I won't complain.
No, of course not. You're actually, I just made you a friend on Facebook because I suddenly discovered we were not. And if you put all your Instagram postings also on your Facebook, I can share them easier as ecosystem restoration to help with the fundraising and the communication. And
the only problem is my Instagram account is linked to my Facebook.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
No. Yeah.
But if you can log into the Instagram, you can link it with the Ecosystem Restoration Cooperative Instagram, and then just share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so.
I'll try. Well, something else. But if you could do that in the budget, to make a tab for machines, a tab for land stuff, and a tab for people, organization, the printer, whatever, office supplies, and maybe a separate one for rentals. But that, and then if the budget is about, between 30 and 60,000 in total, it will be somewhat realistic and tangible. And then I will work my butt off to get these 60,000 in.
Okay.
And I hope everybody else too. But yeah, you are doing a lot, Adam. And Francois is having a meeting today. Everybody can do that. Organize a meeting showing green gold, just a couple of pictures, and the story of the website. And yes, Daniel.
Greetings, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
He's getting there. I have everybody come in muted, so it's going to take him a minute to unmute.
Okay. Can you do that? Have everybody come in muted?
Yeah. You,
okay.
Meeting, you can say everybody comes in muted.
Okay. Never used that.
Yeah, I started using that. Anyway, if somebody could only, get in from a coffee shop,
Yeah, it's good.
But he'll get here. So something we just kind of touched on, Adam, is I haven't been really I haven't participated in the camp organization circle too much. I mean, I knew that Kevin was the coordinator. That's and that there was a lot of discussion and working on a budget. So is the budget that you've sent, and I know I received a link to it, and I believe Sarah, and has Marike yet, or
I believe I've sent. Yeah, I thought I put all of you guys in there editing, right?
Great.
The big budget or the machinery
Oh,
budget?
Machinery
The tools and machinery.
Yeah, I have it somewhere, you know.
So are we missing something else from camp organization budget-wise that we're expected to be presenting? What I feel, this is just my feeling. I feel like maybe, is there a missing piece?
There might
Yes.
be.
Which is?
Compost toilet.
Compost toilet is more of it's more of a materials thing, right? Like I just need the materials to build them, so it's not really
right. I big, but tents.
Yeah, we need one yurt. We need one so that I can reverse engineer it and build them.
Yeah. So there are some items that I don't think are in what Adam has provided, nor are they in what ecosystem design is responsible for. I don't know who.
I can give you the link to the original budget because everything is in there. I took the stuff out that I was responsible for because nothing has really been happening in camp organization, like discussion wise, since we completed that original budget.
Yeah.
Ashley's been taking up, like, she's been doing admin, she's got her hands full too, right? So it kind of just died after the budget was put in and nothing was said afterwards about it. So I don't know. I just feel like I couldn't pick it up by myself.
Okay, so thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
Sarah.
I added the part I just told about the animals and some tools for the kitchen garden in the pre-camp budget, because I think that belongs to the pre-camp. And I'm also thinking that maybe we will have to buy some seedlings for the kitchen garden also, or maybe Alfonso is going to give them to us. I haven't added that because I don't know if Alfonso will provide or not. Do you know, Adam?
He will provide, but I think he'll probably submit a receipt for those things. Like the chicken.
That has to be.
Yeah. So what he mentioned about the chickens was that, you know, he would buy them, he would provide the place for them, and then we would take care of them, and then he would get a certain amount of chickens, like maybe like a third or a quarter of them, and then the rest were the camps or something like that. But I don't know if he was going to submit a receipt for that, but there was some kind of coordinated effort for these. Like basically the camp will take care of all the chickens, and he gets a certain amount, and then we get the majority of them.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
continue.
No.
Well, if I take the word, one of the first things you actually need, Adam, is this printer to make bills and receipts.
Okay.
It's like Daniel said, because I hear there's a lot of friction over there, that you have to do a lot of work for people to make receipts.
Yeah. Taxes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. With a very cheap printer is sufficient as long as it prints. And then you can make this receipt, and then the deal is done. That could be funded from your first seed money you have.
Yeah, we could pay.
Yeah. Sorry, and then continue with you've added that to the big budget, the 400,000 budget, Sarah, or not?
I'm going to put this in my notes.
You're muted.
We can't hear
you. Excuse me. I have added my part to the pre-camp budget. The one that is...
Okay. To the one that's presented now.
Yes, to that one.
Yes. Okay, then it's good. But then we already know that in the big budget, there's some gaps now. We have to bring it back to the big budget later. That's no big deal, because this is real practice. This is experience. We are going to do this now, and doing it, we also may use it as a report. You know, the things we did not buy or did not need or were more expensive, we could add it to, so that afterwards the budget has become a report or a bookkeeping actually of what we have done. Because everything you think of in advance is a learning experience, and then later on we have the experience for the next camp.
Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have that big budget. All I did was made a copy and deleted everything that wasn't on me or what I need. So we can always go back to that and refer to the stuff that we didn't buy in the phase one budget. So it's there as a log of our. Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, I will know what we have to do with the VAT part of the budget.
Okay.
Because actually, this new accountant, I finally found a good one, says, well, if you're going to sell things, we are going to sell things. We're going to sell courses. We're going to sell. You better ask for a VAT number now, and then profits from the part of it. But we have to make sure that it doesn't get in the way of our donations, that we don't have to subtract, on the other hand, 20% of our donations.
Right.
That's the issue I need to solve. And it probably will work out. We're not the first, but you have to.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, it's done before. I know. Yeah. So
I want to say hello to Daniel and see. Dan, do you have a microphone that works there, wherever you are? Hi.
Yeah, I do.
Ah.
Hi. Hello.
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 Dan.
Yeah, I'm just listening in, and I'm just enough. Waiting for anything you might need or I can add to.
Yeah. What have you done with your ticket now? Have you booked a ticket?
Tickets for the coming there?
Yeah, going to the camp in June.
No, I haven't.
No.
Jose has booked his ticket already, Daniel.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Somebody has already booked my ticket?
Jose has booked his own ticket already, his flight ticket.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. I have another trip that I'm coming from at that time, South Africa. So that's why I'm waiting on that and confirmation, because I'll probably come from there on the, I can't remember, it's the 10th or through the 14th, somewhere in there. So I'm trying to combine these trips. I'm sorry for being, I'm out of it right now because of time, the time that it is here, and working very late. So Sunday I'm going to Senegal until the 7th to that's the 7th to the 14th, and then the 23rd I go to South Africa until about the 10th to the 14th of June, and then we would come up to Spain. And so the arrangements for that are what are difficult. So I'm trying to make that happen because I had arrangements to do that before, and that fell through. So now I'm a little gun shy on that. So I'll do that when I can, ticket wise. Not getting too much in. Plus, I'm selling my farm, and we're moving, and all sorts of other issues. So, I'm very busy.
That's big.
Yeah. But arrangements. I'm still the itinerary, what we're doing, and there's a lot of other confusing conversations going on. So I'm just kind of doing my thing, trying to keep my thing rather limited to what I do. So,
what conversations do you refer to?
Well, see, I know that Kevin is meeting with Alfonso and Giuseppe. He said in his email.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what the agenda is, and I think that's very dangerous to have us meeting individually with the stakeholders, and then Giuseppe, who God love him, I have no clue why he's back. We're talking to Alfonso, so and with Kevin. So if they're having a meeting, that's great. But I think that's, and I was going to respond, but I'm thinking, there's enough other people seeing this, so maybe there's something I don't know. that's going on that needs to be addressed between them.
Nice to know. I didn't know about it either, and was surprised by it. We're all, so that's good to know.
I didn't know either.
No, nobody knew. But,
I think he reached out to Alfonso a while back, but I asked if I could be at the meeting, and he said, no, I don't think it's good for you, or I think I just need to talk to Alfonso right now. I'm like, okay. And that was a month or so back. I don't know what he's trying to do. Always trying to.
Well, let me say this. Kevin has conflicts with almost everybody in the group now. And that's one reason why it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not.
Let's say it like this, because in the
Adam's there. If Adam wanted to be a part of that meeting, or anybody, that's not for Kevin to say. That's actually, it's for Marika or a few other people to say, Kevin, why are you doing this? You do not represent the ERC as an individual.
No. I will send a mail to Giuseppe, Alfonso, Kevin, and Adam, and Daniel, and saying, well, Adam should be there. And then it's okay. I hope.
Yeah, this is a thing.
This is that meeting that happened a couple months ago that I just asked because I wanted to talk to Alfonso about coming out here before I did come out here. And then it's just, Kevin was like, I don't know. I don't want to impose on Alfonso or something like this, but I don't see, I'm here. So unless either of them don't want me there, then I won't be, but I'm sure talking with Alfonso, he holds me in pretty high regard, I would say. So
yeah, we all do.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's part of it is, it's really just policy. I think, again, unfortunately, we get back to that is we do not meet individually. Casually, sure, talking to people, stuff like that, but you're going to meet formally, then there's almost like a minimum of 3 people from the ERC in any meeting where the project's being discussed. And then it's got to be recorded, right? And it's got to be notes and keeps everybody honest.
Yeah. I will mail about good points. Have you had chance to look over at the different budgets which you find in the chat window now?
Yeah, everything looks good. We talked to Adam last week about the truck, and
truck is sold, we hope.
We're economizing Adam's comfort. I'm sorry, you only get one front seat, and it's the passenger, so you're going to have to sit on a bike.
I got to drive from like Ace Ventura with the head out the window.
That's right, and we can't afford bolts for. So
maybe you can separate the bicycle.
I'll have to quickly study up on Japanese joinery with no fasteners.
There you go. Yeah, lots of ratchet straps holding the thing together. So yeah, I think we got the truck, the trailer, all that. I think that's super important to get started and then get some transportation. I know the workshop equipment is beyond me. The only question I had, I think Regina had that, is storage and shelving and stuff like that. And I just, if I don't see anything, well, maybe it's going to be made, but it'd be nice having steel shelving or something like that to put stuff on, tables, those kinds of things. I guess I see there's like a bench vise, but then you need a bench, right? You need a bench for the grinder.
Do you have visual right now, Daniel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Do you guys want to see the design I made for the workshop?
I'd like to.
Yes.
Yes, we'd love to.
I'll go back in here. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I never told you in my check-in, but the contract with Alfonso is signed.
Yeah.
So
yes. Yes, finally.
Yes.
Like a minor thing, but
wow.
he just started to sign the thing with all these comments, and then I signed back, and so we're done with it.
Give me 1 second, guys. I just gotta grab my mouse, okay?
I have a question, Marike, about the car.
Yeah.
Is the car going to be in Spain for the 19th of June?
Well, actually, the best solution would be for Alfonso to buy it, and then to send us a bill as Alfonso's farm. I bought this car for the camp. The car is for the camp, and the driver will be somebody appointed by the ESC, something like that. He can do that, and then he can insure it, and he can send the bill to us, and he can, all the daily costs can be on the camp. Then when there is an accident with this car in Spain, you have only Spanish law. You have only Spanish law, so that's good. If we would have a Dutch car going there, then after 3 months, it should have been important in Spain.
Yes.
And then in the period of this, that's expensive. The car in the Netherlands is about 3 times as expensive, the same car as when you buy it in France, because we've got this stupid BPM tax in the beginning of a car's life. Well, there's a lot of issues you can have. If this car gets an accident while being Dutch, driven by a Canadian in Spain, then we would have real hell. We don't want that.
No.
So when she explained that to me, I hope you can explain that to Alfonso. He can send a bill, it is the car I bought for the camp. And I have nothing to do, but I just, and the camp people will drive it. Then it is for him, tax-wise, the easiest. What he spends is what he gets. It's a zero bill.
But then we don't know yet if we are going to have a car for June.
Yes, why not? If Alfonso says yes, you can buy it now.
Okay, okay.
That money is there.
Okay.
That money is there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's.
So I don't include a rental of a van or anything in the budget. That's my question. No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We will have a car.
Shall I make a mail to Alfonso, just like I explained it here?
Yes.
Also with this probable accident, in its, okay.
Yes.
I have, if it makes everybody feel better, I have 17 years of driving experience without accidents. Any major.
Yes. If you can send us all these copies of your insurances,
I have the highest. Well, okay. So that one question I had was my personal liability is 3.5 million Canadian, which is not enough, is it?
Yeah, that's enough. It's about 2 million. We need 2 million. It's
okay. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys want to see this shop?
Yes.
Yes.
I had to help avoid a kitty encounter over here, but I'm back.
So there it is.
I like it. Right away. Yeah.
There we go. Table saw, chop saw, vacuum cleaners, drill press, grinder. I mean, there's still stuff I can add. Still some stuff I need to add, but
so
that's basically it. The blue tank is for air compressed air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this is to scale. I went out and measured the shop, and then I fed the info into.
Sweet.
And then there's going to be like some shelving. Like there's tons of storage here, but I'm also going to do some stuff above as well. Like it's on the short side of that shop because it's like a half of a house, right? Like a half of a pit. The short side is like 10 meters high or 9 meters high, and then the other side is another like 3 or 4 meters high. So there's tons of wall space we can put stuff on.
Very good.
I would have to think though that Alfonso was not, because of the block construction, the stone.
Yeah.
You probably can't drill any holes or into that building. So the racks would have to be freestanding or something.
I asked him. He said it was okay.
Oh, really?
Nope.
You run some sinkers through there? Or,
yeah, some lag bolts.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
If Alfonso,
Oh.
I mean, I'll double check with him, but I'm like, is it okay if I said, can I attach to the wall? It's like, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great storage then.
Yeah. We got lots of, I mean, John was even talking about building like a mezzanine or a loft, but I don't know. I think that's a little bit.
that's phase 4.
Yeah, that's like phase 16. We'll talk about that later.
Do you need what about a winch?
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Any reason for that?
For on the truck, maybe. Like if I think we're allowed to have firewood, but it's all in that gully, and it might be a real pain in the ass to drag out without a winch.
We'll have to put draft horses in a version of the budget. Regina had a comment, I think.
Yeah, I saw Regina.
Yes, I have a question, in fact, because it's already 1 hour that we started the meeting, and I have to go for lunch. So is there something in the agenda that we didn't cover? Because Marike said the kind of budget she wanted. I want to know if there is something missing in any of the budgets that we can finish, because we have to make it for tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
So I think we have
in the weekend,
to follow the budgets.
In the weekend, Inti and Aunt Chloe will prepare for the GA. They would love to have it done, because then one of them is going to be the facilitator, I think Inti. And he wants to know what he is going to have the meeting about. And you also have to fill out this GA meeting notes for that. So make the ambition to do it tomorrow. Yeah, that would be good. And don't overdo the details, but do make the structure clear. What are the costs about? And so that all GA members, and especially the board, will feel compelled to bring in the money. That's the goal. So we have to be all being busy with getting the money in.
So Marike, we have this one called Phase 1 Pre-Camp budget from the camp organization. Maybe we can, this is already with tabs. We can put our things in that one.
Yes, that would be great. And then add some color to it and make Daniel, I think you were not there when we discussed this. I think one of the big things which could be create havoc on the meeting is when you are paid and Adam is not paid. I think it's a good proposal to put also 1,000 in for Adam. Then we solve that issue in a transparent way, and in this separate tab organization where you have your travel costs and your printer and stuff like that. Everything which is necessary for the organization, and I think the car should be there too. That's the general thing for the organization of the camp. And then I would say, Adam, buy a printer that can scan too, because for all these volunteers later on, we have to have their ID copied, and when they come in, they have to fill out this form and make a real signature on it, and that should be scanned to over here. So buy a printer that can scan.
Printer, scanner, copier.
Yeah. Thing like that. And give it priority, so you can buy stuff right now with this start money, and then after the GA and before the real camp starts, we send some other start money to Regina, and then you can start actually spending. Yeah.
Also, whose computer is going to be linked to the printer?
Yes.
So we need a computer then, at least that's a portable computer.
Well, I have my laptop here. I mean, we can use mine for now.
Yeah, but you leave in July. I understood.
Yeah,
put one in the budget. And then same goes for a phone.
Right.
We're using
a
my
simple
phone
one.
now. Yes, SDF.
I think all the files, of course, will be on Google Drive, right? So receipts, things like that will be in an open folder and people can grab, adapt. So we have our standard templates. And if it's a wireless printer, anybody who brings a laptop, everybody seems to bring one. So you can pull down those files that way. I had a question about that, buying things. Adam, do you know, is there a delivery point for things? Say that we want to buy stuff from Amazon and deliver it there. Do you know how that works?
Yes, I have the address. I have the address of the Cortijo.
That I don't know.
Yes, I have it.
Really? Because I asked, there's no postal service here. That's the only thing. As far as Alfonso, as per Alfonso. Because I asked, because I was going to see if we could have I had the same question as you, to see if we could have stuff shipped here. And there's no postal address or postal service.
So what happens? Is
there's got to be a UPS or a DHL right?
Things.
I'll double check with Alfonso. I'll put that on my list.
I asked Alfonso about specifically about this, and he gave me his postal address.
Yeah.
And it's that one from the Cortijo. So I have it on my WhatsApp. So I think we can put this as postal address.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll double check with him. I put it in my list.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
Yes, Adam, because I expect that there will be an increasing volume of things being sent there. And so at this point in time, like this week, if I wanted to send Adam a care package or something, that would be no big deal. But in a few weeks, if there's like 10 items a day, I don't know that it will get that way, but I just don't know what kind of.
No, I agree.
I'm worrying about nothing.
I wonder if the post office box in like Topares, which is not far, 10 kilometers away. That's the closest town that I know of that probably has postal service.
The thought.
I'll double check with Alfonso right after this. He's just his dad and his family are here. They're okay.
He gets his stuff in Murcia, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think he just has everything delivered to his place in Tithine.
Yeah.
So I had scheduled an hour and a half. I think we've made really good progress here. I think we still have a bit of a question mark about the items from camp organization that are not in Adam's direct management. What did we decide that we were just going to take the numbers as they are? Because we don't have anyone here in this Zoom who can answer or who has had responsibility for that part of the budget. And I would like for someone who has some, the term we use here is skin in the game for that part of the budget, to be at the General Assembly to answer any questions that might come up.
And what part of the budget are you discussing now?
Are we talking about the camp organization budget that does not include the things that Adam has direct responsibility?
Yeah. Well, in my view, I didn't think any of the other stuff like all I took out was the tools, because I knew that's what I needed right away to build the camp. I need tools and materials. Yes. Anything else I didn't see myself needing, but I also from
you're good. Yeah, you're good. Regina had a point. Excuse me, Adam. Go ahead, Regina.
Yes, in the previous meeting, I think that the list that we made in the document, in the Word document, were all the things that we needed. So I think the main things are that ones from Adam, and then the food that we decided that 20 hours a day, it was a lot, and then we changed it into 9 euros a day. So we just need to know how many people is going to be from today to September. That is phase 1. It's the only thing that we need to, because the other things are the things from Adam, the tools and the wood.
And that you've got, is that wood budget in our budget? Did you put that quote you sent me? Or do I need to add that?
in the Word that okay, I made already the notes from the meeting, from the last meeting, and we need to add just a couple of things on your things.
Yeah,
you have
sent
all
me
the
that,
budget first till September.
Yeah, you sent me that quote for all the wood. What the two different ones? One was full logs and one was lumber, right?
Yes, I already sent it to you. This you can add maybe.
Okay,
You
so
remember?
I'll add that into my materials, and then I'll add that the tools quote that you sent me.
Yes.
As well. That's not in the budget. Oh, my connection's bad.
Yes, and also the length of the wood is 2.5 meters and 5 meters. That's why they told me in this budget. Okay, you were asking about the length. It was 2.5 meters and 5 meters. I don't know in imperial, but
I'll do that calculation.
About 6 and 18 feet or something like that.
Yeah, like I need 16 footers. That's the best for me.
Yeah, so I think the 5 meters would.
5 meters then.
I think it's 4.8 is 16 feet. 4.8 meters.
So the 5 meters.
Then it's 5 meters. We have to order.
Yeah, 5 meters is good.
If you can, practice in working metric and get metric rules and all of that, because it will be a lot easier in the long run.
I'm trying already.
You can.
He's working.
We can't think imperial over there.
Oh, I can't think in metric here, but I know a sheet of plywood. I know a sheet of plywood is 1224 by 1,220 by 2,440 millimeters. That's a piece of plywood, a 4x8 sheet. So, so I'm getting there.
Measured 5 times, cut once.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
If I can jump in here, I sense that for some of the details that we need to hammer out, we're just going to use email or use the Discord channel.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll do it asynchronously so that people can eat or take care of family members or pets or whatever comes up. But we can work on this asynchronously, and I know we can get this done and get this over to Inti by at least late tomorrow. Friday.
Okay, I have another comment.
Yes.
Yes, for Marike. Okay, about the quotes. I got quotes for some of the things, not for everything, and I just got one quote for each thing because it's difficult for me that I am 500 kilometers away to get the people from Murcia to give me quotes. I kept trying, but it's very difficult. So I have some of them, and also I think that for some things it's much more expensive getting quotes. For example, I got a big quote for Adam for all the tools from the place in Murcia, but I think that is maybe it's easier to send him the money that he can buy some of the tools second hands and some new in there. I think it's going to be much cheaper because, for example, the person from this store called me and he told me some of the machines that he's asking are Canadian or American, but they are not sold in here. So they had to look for a very strange things to complain with the list. So I think it will be much cheaper if you send him the money and he goes to the store and buys the tools that he can see.
Doing that. We are already doing that.
So the quote is just to have a number, but it will be not real.
It'll hopefully be cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long as you have realistic numbers, that's the most important. And then for the big thing, I will look over at this grey water proposal you sent, and I think you already put one of them into the budget or not. This is I see PVC material, wood chips, polyethylene drum. That's actually one of them already in. Yeah, which is the best one?
Yes.
For you. Okay, don't overdo that. You know, there's one board member very much into this, and he is coming from a very beta, engineer firm where they're all blue people, blue and control people. Not all board members are like that. But transparency and clarity, that you can easily look through it, and that you have indeed put all the details on separate places, but not everywhere on the different way. Make it attractive. Make it a thing to say yes to. That's you have to sell it in a way. Yeah, that's. And I can on Saturday I cannot do anything. Then I am working myself all day. But on Sunday I can look over it if needed. But I think you will manage. And we all want this to go through, and we all want the funds to come to be able to pay for it. And I hope also that we all will help to spread the message with our own friends, and make our friends a member and our family a member. I've made a blog in my holiday. I will put that on my website and then spread it to all my network, actually. Okay. So I will put that effort on too, because I've got this feeling we're going to manage this. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I have to tell you something also that happened to a friend of mine. She inscribed to the cooperative. And then she received the newsletter to become a paying member. So she clicked on the greywater system, and she put her 120 euros in the greywater system. So now she's not a paying member.
But the greywater system, great.
My proposal for you is that you send very simple, very simple mails, because people is not technologic. And I tried to explain her, but she couldn't understand what I was telling her.
Yeah,
so maybe there is more people that has.
There's only one. There's only one who has sent 120 euro to the greywater system. There's somebody else who done it 10 euro. Yeah. But she can send a mail. We were just editing this simple mail now to go out now, and we also included the greywater system link. But now I know.
No, separate.
Not to do it.
Separate.
Okay. Thank you. We always learn. Yeah. I have to go now because I have a lot of work waiting for me. Yes. And it was a nice meeting. And I wish you luck working on it. And let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys,
Bye.
Adam.
If you need anything, message me. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna take care of adding the tools from the quote that Regina sent me, and adding the wood that was sent me.
And also the food, the
Hold
9
on,
euros, 9 euros per person, and put food for the designers, please. We want to eat. So. Don't forget us.
Okay. Food, 9 euros.
Go for a couple days.
Yes, Sarah is also eating.
So I'm responsible for food, tools, and wood material.
Yes, if there is, and I will add the notes that I made to the Discord channel that you can read, and we can read and see if something is missing.
To the ecosystem restoration or Camp.org?
Camp.org. Okay, I will put them there that everybody can read them.
Okay.
So we are going to put together the two Excel, the two documents in only one for the GA meeting.
Right. We need one for the GA, and that's why on the agenda, I have who is going to actually do these tasks.
Yeah.
So we need to. I think all of us can review what we have, and but someone needs to pull the information into, and was it someone's suggestion to put the ecosystem restoration budget into the other document? But I'm not married to any, just however it's done. Mahina?
Yes, I can copy the ecosystem restoration budget into the other budget.
Into a tab.
Yes, put a tab and separate tabs for the works, all these things. But maybe someone else can put it nice after I do this work.
I can try.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Sarah
so,
can do nice.
So I will phone you when it's finished.
Okay. So it has to be all nice and easy to read and for them to follow fast and easy.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And very organized. And you have the notes the way that Marika suggested, which is I
took note.
Okay, good. All right. Introductory background, kind of a summary up front.
Phase 1 summary.
A phase one. Thank you. A phase 1 summary. I can I can draft something, and then I would like you to all review it, because it cannot be complete because it's just me to start it off. But I can write up. What do you think? Maybe 2 paragraphs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. 1 page or less.
Not more than a page.
Little.
Very short.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would appreciate, like I said, I know, Dan, something I appreciate about you is, you have perspective. You worked on a number of projects. You understand cultural considerations and so forth. And I don't know how much of that we might need to just quickly mention is, we want this on the ground. And so our budget has I think I might just list some of the considerations that were included in the development of the budget. And also that,
Right.
the fact that the seasons are non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Yes, that's important.
It's very important.
So, okay. So I'll draft that.
Yes, I have a question for Daniel. Daniel.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. I sent you a question in Discord, but I don't know if you saw it. I was talking with Sarah. We are not going to put seeds on June. So what I propose is to put some composted manure with microbes that Alfonso has and is selling to us. And on top of that, wood chips to protect the soil till September or October.
Right. Anything you can get as a ground cover on top of that would be very important.
Yeah.
Right, to keep it from drying out too much. It's all going to dry out, but wood chips would be great for the tree areas.
Yes, just for the soils. I was meaning just for the soils. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If you can get wood chips, that's great. That would be excellent.
Yeah, wood chips.
I took the wood chipper out of the budget, but it really pained me to do it.
Should we?
Are we buying them? Where are they coming from? I guess I was assuming there'd be a truck.
We are buying them in Murcia, but just for the phase 1, because afterwards I hope we will have our own ones.
Okay.
I hope we have a machine, because there's a lot of dead wood we can chip up.
Okay,
Yes.
so phase 2.
Maybe we can rent one machine to make our own wood chip if there's wood already there.
Yes, for phase 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Phase 2, yeah.
Yes.
Daniel, would it be insane to consider there might be something like cowpeas that we could use for some kind of vegetative cover, even in a rough hot summer? I had some success here last year. Was a very warm, dry summer for us. And some of the things I was able to get going with just duck bedding, which is pine shavings, and a little straw on top, was radishes and flax. and
Right.
some wheat. So radishes, flax, and buckwheat without irrigation, with just a foot or so of mulch, which was used duck bedding. So it was moist, but it wasn't wet. And we had some nice radishes. We had some really good greens, because I don't even think I started seeding them until June here.
Right.
So I'm just putting that out there. It might sound a little insane, but I think that radishes, mustard, flax, and buckwheat are worth consideration to try to get them going.
What is flax?
Lino.
Flax is gracia. Is what you make linen from.
Yeah, yeah. So those are all good, but this is with the Berman soil system. Part of the problem we have is the disturbance of the soil right off the bat, and it's a lot of stone. So as we turn that soil and we fluff it up and we add a lot of air, it dries out very quickly. If we have water and we can throw down patches of seed on the berm and then cover it up, or mix it in with the manure and cover it up, and we can add water to that. That soil is very clay. So it'll hold a lot of water, and that's the idea in the long term. And I think it would be good to, whatever seed we can get, as cheap as we can get and as much as we can get, is going to go a long way. Buckwheat is excellent. Cowpea, all those things. Just need to get it started, but knowing that there's not going to be any, we have to count on there not being rain and being very hot.
We had no rain. We had no, all right, I take it back. We had perhaps from 4 rainstorms, a 1/4 inch of rain last summer. And this was not irrigated. It was just from the moisture in the used duck bedding. Like I said, it wasn't wet. It was somewhat moist.
Right.
Now we do have a little bit of a loamy soil, so it's a little silty, not so much clay. So that's a difference. But I am offering that as actual field experience from last year during a drought, and it was pretty warm. So it's just a thought.
Well, the response time is very quick. The response time on those seeds are quick. So especially buckwheat. Is that right? Let's do a mix. Let's do. But again, it comes down to the cost and availability. Whatever we can get.
Whatever.
It'll probably get started.
Sometimes you can get old seeds. Like this year, I used pea seeds someone gave me last year because they had no use for them because they were too quote old, unquote. And they've been doing great. I just put them in.
Right. So the thing is with buckwheat, it reseeds itself, but only for about 3 years.
Yes.
If you harvest it, none at all, really. So it's got to be a perennial. It has to reseed, or at least help us get started with other plants that are going to be on there.
Flax
maybe we can try with, I'm sorry, I don't know the name in English, but alfalfa secano is a nitrofixer that works very well almost without water and with hot temperatures. We can try them and see how it works.
Right. That's our whole point of being there is we need to figure out these systems. So let's get all the seed, do sections, seed it in, we have time, and see what takes off and keep track of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of our job. So let's see, it's working with what's available, doing our small experiments, and see what works best, and then move from there.
Yes.
We have time to do that this summer.
Did you guys hear that Alfonso's pond didn't work?
No.
Doesn't hold water.
Do what?
Well, I saw the photographs later on, and I couldn't tell what I was looking at because I didn't see a pond.
It's huge.
What happened?
It won't hold water. It just seeps out.
Yeah.
After spending 12,000 euros on Sepp Holzer's son, the pond doesn't hold water.
That can happen.
But probably he didn't compact it, or he didn't put clay enough or compacted enough. Because if there is clay enough and he compacted, it should work. So maybe he didn't compact.
Enough clay.
Yeah, enough clay and compaction. So it's probably is wrong.
There are any number of things that can happen with pond. I mean, there's compact. Do they even have an idea of where it's going?
No, like not. He had the soil scientists there yesterday, or the researchers, and I looked at it, and it, you can't tell there. There's huge gullies all over that land, like huge, like 40 feet down into a gully. So somehow it's just not holding water. It is going down and ending up wherever it was going before. But you can see there's already erosion of the pond on the top side, like where the dam is, it's fine, but somehow it's just seeping through the bottom. Like there's not enough clay in that soil. There's not enough.
Might not be.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna offer. This is not scientific. So, all right, this is not scientific.
Duck shit, right?
Hog shit.
Hog shit.
Yeah.
And sheep shit.
Okay.
Because the reason in construction we have sheep's foot rollers is because sheep feet are really good at compacting. I think there might be some sheep somewhere around Murcia.
Oh my God, there's fucking sheep everywhere.
Okay. What we need is either hog or sheep do, and we need hog hooves or sheep hooves.
Okay. So there's throw some feed in there, throw some pigs in there, some sheep.
Yeah.
And let them run in there and just pound the stuff, their shit right into the ground.
Okay.
That might help. That might do it.
We'll turn it in.
May I suggest though?
Yes.
Being the pragmatic, it's not our problem. Okay.
Yes.
We didn't build it. We didn't design it. We didn't place it. We have an expectation that there will be one. Thank you very much. Please make it work.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong. That was a pond on another property. These ones ones on the property haven't been dug yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, if Alfonso is up for the idea, this is not scientific. This is something that farmers from rural Ohio told me.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
They use hogs.
No, but this is a study in the agronomic school. This is something that my daughter told me a long time ago, that in the leg of sheep, the leg of a sheep is very small. So the pressure is making per surface is very strong. This is bigger than an elephant. Yeah. The pressure is bigger than an elephant, so it's consistent. This is consistent. So, and it's studied in the school, the use of sheep.
He needs to grow some food in there and then just say, yeah, feed him in here. No problem.
Yes.
Because there was a farmer with his sheep out there that day.
And also the manure will compact it and seal it after some time.
It seals very well. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'll tell him.
Right.
I'll tell him.
Probably can't.
There's no shortage of sheep shit around here. I'll tell you that much. Everywhere I go, there's sheep shit.
That's wonderful. I love that stuff.
Yeah. I thought it was rabbits at first, and then I was like, and then he told me it was sheep. I was like, oh.
Okay.
Right. So that's, I didn't know that, I thought that you were talking about the pond and the gully there, because there is water held there in that gully next to where the camp is, where he did test holes.
Mm-hmm.
They were holding a lot of water.
Yeah, they still do.
So,
yep, they're there. They're not dug yet. He's still waiting on some funding for that, apparently.
Oh, I see.
So I wonder.
I always assumed that he was working on ours. Okay.
Yeah, if it is not done in June, the soil one is connected to the first dam, I think.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do then, Daniel?
I'll put that on.
Well, we need, right. If there's no dam, there's no road, there's no swale.
Yeah.
There's a road, but if we don't have, the road needs to go in first before we do anything anyway, but if there's no dam to connect a swale to, then we are stuck until that's done.
Yes.
So you can see why I'm hesitant again to make a
commitment to come
arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Jose told me that he's going in June for certain, because he has other arrangements, and then he had people waiting for this because of this. So he just bought the flight ticket, and he said, "Okay, I'm going and making the gray water system wherever it's happening," because he needs to go on with his life. So this I understand. So.
Right.
So
Life.
yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to look at this while we're here. So we're talking now. I just want to verify with you. I have the 19th to the 29th in Spain. Is it different?
No, it's the same. It's okay. 19th to 29. Okay. And we are going together by train from Madrid.
Or maybe can I come by train with you guys instead of me driving?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That would be perfect.
Where does the train go? Alicante?
No, Calasparra. And then someone has to pick us in there.
I'll probably be picking you up if I have a vehicle.
Yes, with 5 seats, please.
Yeah. And luggage.
Well, it's gonna be it'll be a truck, so we'll have room for
a trailer.
It'll be hot.
Go like seats.
Back, I don't whatever. I'll sit back. You guys drive.
It'd be a Chiba.
Yeah. Just so it's long and not a Toyota, a little Toyota.
Toyota Hilux.
A tiny one. Okay, that's good. I see that on here.
It'll be a 4-door.
Right. All right, excellent.
So I shall add the
So although, by the way, Marika's gone and all, but very quickly she and I'm all for giving Adam his due on everything. But for her or for any of us to make the adjustment, oh, by the way, we need to throw Adam $1,000. I'm good with that, but we're going to get burned on that if it doesn't run the process, if it doesn't go through somebody, I don't know who's in charge anymore. So their whole transparency thing is if that's, what is the name of this group? Are we some kind of general counsel or what are we?
Which we, the 5 of us here plus Marika this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, we are the Combined Ecosystem Design and Camp Organization Phase 1 Budget Task Force.
Is there an acronym we could use for
that? Yeah.
So, and we are transparent. I have copied Francois, John, Marike, and others on our communications, as well as posting in the Discord channels for camp organization and ecosystem design.
Yes, and tomorrow the meeting, the last meeting will be online because I had an accident with my internet these last 4 days. I couldn't do it, but tomorrow this meeting and the last one will be also online, but everybody can see it.
Yeah. So we got transparent, y'all. We're transparent.
Yeah. I just didn't want to ask for any money because I knew our budget was limited, and I didn't want to take away from the cooperative. So, I mean, if he's gonna offer, then I'll take it. But
Yeah. Well,
I'd rather see this thing. Yeah. Well, I just rather just go through be like a burden on it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I also think that. Like I say, this isn't an offhand kind of offer. It is, if we want to unpack the logic or the process, it is that if where we can, it is good to be able to compensate some of the people who have done the most work, measurable work for the organization. And so there is not a problem as far as consideration of money for ecosystem designers on site. Therefore, it follows that a productive carpenter on site also deserves consideration for some remuneration. So in other words, it's simply the continuation of the same logic. Is it worth considering paying ecosystems designers on site for their productive work? Ergo, it is worth considering paying someone who's actually same division. There's ecosystem design, right? That we've made a little envelope or big envelope for the camp, and then there's Adam in the camp. He's in that envelope, and he's doing his productivity in that sphere, and we're on the out, ringing around that. So it's just a continuation of the same logic.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, no.
It's a little bit beyond. It's on the staff now, beyond volunteer, beyond that. It's a staff position, really.
Yeah.
We just have to be careful because there's tax and there's all that, and getting paid. Have them PayPal you the money. Don't send them an invoice, have them PayPal to you, and disappear.
Yeah. We've got it. He's trapped. He has no car. He can't disappear.
I can't go anywhere.
I'm just meaning, not disappear personally, but don't use the banks. Don't use unless they can give you cash. PayPal is the way to go. Yeah,
but they ding you pretty good with the transfer fee, and then the what's it called? The exchange is brutal.
Exchange, fee. Oh, I mean, I've wired Europe. It's expensive even through my bank.
Yeah.
Hina?
Yes, I have another thing to comment. I was talking to Jose yesterday about the compost toilet plan, and he said that he will send Ada a plan. Did he do it? No, okay, because he's very busy now. But he raised a question that I think is important. He said, okay, who is going to be responsible for the compost toilets processing? Because if there is going to be people there, the process of the material has to be very safe. Otherwise, people can get sick. Who is going to get the liability on that?
That's got to be the camp manager or the field manager. In my opinion. Okay. I mean, he's got to be responsible for having a procedure that needs to be followed. He not necessarily needs to do it himself, but he needs to come up with a procedure for how to handle that in a hygienic way.
Okay, but this has to be clear and specify somewhere, because otherwise we cannot be responsible of something that we are 500 kilometers or 1,000 kilometers or 10,000 kilometers away. So there must be someone responsible for this.
Whoever's on site, I think that's going to be a paid staff member. Who that is, I don't know. I probably won't be the camp manager because my Spanish isn't very good yet. But I could be field manager or something like that. But it's got to be. We got to figure that out first. We have to have a camp manager on site.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's first and foremost.
Okay, and also in this budget, I think we were talking about last meeting about the camp manager. Do we know something about it?
I don't.
Because this labor should be included in this budget. Or it's not going to be included in this budget?
Is this the phase 1 or phase 2?
Phase 1.
Manager.
Phase 1, I think. Or it's for phase 2. Maybe it's for phase 2? That's a question.
I think building the compost toilets in phase 1 is what's going to happen. Phase 2 is when we're going to be using the composting toilets, unless somebody on site does take responsibility for that hygienic handling of the waste. So the camp manager is up in the air at this point in time, I think, until we actually have a camp, until we have people coming and deal. Right now we have a few volunteers, but I mean, we're going to have at max 8 people, right? Because that's as many as Alfonso. We could do that. We can do it through woofing as well. So I don't know. We're just not. I don't think we're there yet.
So then we decided last meeting that we need one compost toilet for phase 1. Then we remove it. We don't have one.
No.
Okay.
But I'll still take the plan and build it.
Okay, so we just leave it for phase 2.
Yeah, because there's a toilet inside the house, so I feel like we're going to be using that.
Okay.
You know,
so we move it. We move it to be safe. Okay.
And if we change it, we change it. I mean, from the designs that John is showing me is literally a box with a bowl in it and a bag for your stuff. It's not even a piece of plywood to build that, you know? It doesn't, that's one sheet of plywood, which is like 17 euros to build a composting toilet. So I don't think it's going to break the budget.
Okay, so we'll move it to phase 2 then.
Phase 2.
Okay.
In my opinion, I don't want to make the call, but I think that's the smart way.
Yes, there's no problem.
To share our together.
Okay. Something else? I have to go for lunch, people.
Oh, I know, you're so hungry. Okay, I think
I have to go also.
Unless there's something pressing, you know, like I said, we'll just do the rest of the work asynchronously, and we'll use camp organization channel on Discord,
Yes.
email if for some reason it seems appropriate or necessary, and I will pay more attention to Discord for the next 48 hours.
Yes.
But it's going to be on camp org.
Okay.
I'm not try to catch up to everybody's conversations.
It's to be finished tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We could do WhatsApp if you want, if it's more urgent that you need to get a hold of somebody.
Can you repeat?
Try again, Adam. Your
WhatsApp.
And
We didn't hear.
Otra vez.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat
WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Ah.
No, like WhatsApp on your phone.
I don't have
It's just instantaneous, or Facebook. I mean, whatever. If you need to get a hold of somebody, just instant message.
Right.
Okay. But we don't have the numbers. I don't have the numbers of the others. So.
That's a point. That's a point that he raises. Is
we could do that.
Yeah, what I can do is just you know, check in on Discord, you know, frequently during the day, as I've tried to explain, and it's not like I'm not, you know, I don't want sympathy, but some days unexpectedly I have to be out and about. But today, as far as I know, I'm flexible, and I certainly for the next 48 hours I'll do my best to be available. Tomorrow evening, which will be in the middle of the night for most of you, I do have to, you know, go for a few hours, but hopefully we'll have this sewed up before then.
Okay.
Yes.
I will try to finish the copy from one budget to the other by this evening, and then I pass it to Sarah to make it nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So it'll be on the camp org one that I made, the phase 1 budget. That'll be the one we all use.
Yes.
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 The one you made.
And then for me, I'm taking the numbers from the quote and putting them into that document. That's correct?
Yes, and the food.
Okay, and the food. Good.
I'm hungry, you see, I'm very hungry.
Go eat. €9. Okay.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Gracias.
Bye.